Hey folks, it's Cameron from the Brushfire Mind, and this is coffee. If you check out the link down below in the description, you can find ways to support us by buying us more coffee. Okay, thanks.
Here's the facts, guys. It may not be the case that The View has settled with Kyle, but it is the case that they should. So, but there is reason to examine this a bit. But the fact check, and this is Reuters, and I corroborated this with several other sites. Snopes is not sufficient. If Snopes fact checks a thing without corroboration, you can just assume that Snopes is lying. But on this one, Reuters has got the fact check. Claims Kyle Rittenhouse sued and won a defamation case against The View stem from satire website. So originating from a satire site, false claims that Kyle Rittenhouse has sued and won a defamation case against ABC talk show The View, resulting in $22 million being awarded to Rittenhouse, have spread on social media, generating thousands of retweets. And here's the facts, guys. It may not be the case that The View has settled with Kyle, but it is the case that they should. Now, I'm not making the claim there that Kyle is currently suing The View. We're actually unclear on that, but there are some pieces here that are worth noting, not least of which are the reasons why Kyle should be suing The View. And so I've got here from Fox News from November 11th of last year, The View hosts savage Kyle Rittenhouse. He murdered 2 people, faked crying on the stand. And it's important here to remember that they continued to call him a murderer after he was acquitted. Now, it's actionable. He had a legitimate cause of action to sue them before he was acquitted, because what they were doing, what The View was doing in this clip that happened during the trial before the acquittal, The View was actively trying to interfere with the course of justice. They were actively working to sway public opinion about a trial in progress. And hey, in all fairness, I did the same thing over here.
Yeah, but we were on the right side of things.
Exactly. I made active arguments in favor of Kyle's self-defense claims. Of course, based on the evidence, they were fair arguments. You'll see that it's never the evidence on which people like Sonny Hostin and Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar make their claims. We've got a 10-minute clip here. That means we're not going to watch the whole thing. And damn ads keep moving the screen without me.
Emotions ran high at the Kyle Rittenhouse trial when he broke down while describing how he was just acting in self-defense when he brandished an...
How he was just acting in self-defense when he brandished an AR.
I mean, let's not forget, Whoopi Goldberg is an actress, so that face is, that sneer, that contempt, that's not an accident. Now, it could be that it's involuntary, that she actually feels this way. What's most likely is she actually feels this way, and she's dialing it up just a little bit because she's Whoopi Goldberg.
Because she's an evil leftist commie?
An AR-15 style rifle at a Black Lives Matter protest.
And there you go. There's another lie. At a Black Lives Matter protest. Once you start setting dumpsters on fire and throwing Molotov cocktails, you're in a riot. Now, the truth of the matter is, you were in a riot before you started throwing Molotov cocktails. But once you're throwing firebombs, you have conceded the riot.
For shooting 3 people and killing 2 of them. Take a look.
Mr. Rose.
Okay, we're going to skip over Kyle break down the stand. I want to hear what they have to say.
Oh, baloney.
There.
What did you think of the testimony? Well, I know what you thought, Joy, but what the rest of you
Well, he goes
think
across.
of this? Yeah.
I mean, from what I'm gleaning from this case, the guy goes across state lines with an AR-15
Lie.
with his mother and some other idiot in the car to defend himself against what? They have it.
See, and there.
Against a riot?
No. She's saying he went across state lines to defend himself. Defending yourself is never the objective. It's never the point to doing something. He didn't go across state lines with an AR-15 for starters at all. But even if he had, he didn't go across state lines in order to defend himself. He went there with a specific objective in mind, and then was the victim of attempted murder. And make no mistake, that's a large part of why the jury found for him, is because the mob tried to murder him.
Well, and I really like the, in particular, the lie that Whoopi Goldberg, where she says, oh, it's a Black Lives Matter protest, shooting 3 people, killing 2 of them. That's very clever wording on her part, because she can actually put it in your mind that this white kid shot black people. And she doesn't actually have to say
it. A lot of
it.
people still believe that. A lot of leftists still believe that Kyle Rittenhouse went to a Black Lives Matter protest and murdered 3 black men.
Turns out all he shot were pedophiles and the color of their skin didn't matter.
Correct. And, it does matter, because part of the narrative is that he murdered 3 black men at a Black Lives Matter protest. None of the pedophiles were black, by the way. They were all white.
Now, at this point, I think it'd be great if they were, in fact, black pedophiles. It'd be like, yeah, okay, let's, I see the meme where, like, which button do you push? And the guy's wiping his brow, admit they're black, or just, like, see? I think that'd be great.
You're stuck with your narrative there, sweetheart.
So,
and they go on and on. And so The View, the hosts of The View actually called him a murderer several times. And
well, he was savaged in all of the press. The View
Correct.
is just one of the biggest examples, and because The View over the years has been just such a lightning rod for so many things, and they've managed to insert themselves in so many issues and get it wrong on so many issues. The reason why this tricked so many people on the internet is, at first glance, it was just so believable. It was like, oh, man, $22 million? Okay.
well, and it was believable for several reasons. One, we saw what happened with the church kids.
Catholic kids. Look, I know Sandman. Nick Sandman.
Nick Sandman. Right.
Him and his punchable face.
Nick Sandman and his punchable face and his nuisance money took CNN and several other large news agencies for an undisclosed number of millions of dollars over similar defamation. Right? And in this case, it's not just defamation. It's an act of defamation with the intent to cause specific harm in the midst of an ongoing murder trial. And Kyle did actually say he was going to sue Whoopi and The View and a whole list of other people.
Yeah, they could apologize or I'll sue. And the kid seems to be pretty freaking stand-up. If they would apologize and take it back, he'd cross their name off the list.
Yeah, and he should not do that. He should
not saying
go after
whether or
them
not-
for something in the neighborhood of what's a good settlement for defamation? Say $45.5 million, for example, like Alex Jones.
Oh.
It should be enough money to make them shut up.
Oh, see, I had a completely different thought. I thought you were talking about Squid Game for a second there, and Il Sung, whose number was $45.5 million, which is...
That's right, you're right.
I took it in the wrong
No, you're
direction.
absolutely right. We should put The View on Squid Game.